Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well today. In this video, we're going to talk about unit rates and unit prices. And I'm really going to be covering two ideas that build off of each other. First, we'll talk about finding unit rates or unit prices. And then we'll apply your understanding of finding unit rates and unit prices to being able to compare them. Now, when we compare unit rates or unit prices, we're oftentimes looking for finding a better value or being able to compare two things. Maybe they're faster or slower, or maybe something is greater than or less than. But we can use unit prices to compare them because they're both based on per one of something. To help you build a better understanding of these concepts, I encourage you to grab some paper, something to write with, and let's do some math together. Let's start by finding the unit rate or unit price of something, and that just means per one. In this first example, think about someone eating 105 pieces of sushi in 7 days. The two things we're comparing here are the number of pieces of sushi and the amount of days that go by. Now when writing this rate, it's going to make more sense to find out the pieces of sushi per day instead of number of days per sushi. So my sushi is going to go on top, which is 105, and our days are going on bottom, which is going to be 7. Converting this into a unit rate, we're going to have to write a rate over 1 per 1 day. Now to get that 1, we're going to have to divide top and bottom by 7. And really the only calculation you have to do here is dividing 105 by 7. Doing a little bit of long division here, we see that that's equal to 15. So while we had an original rate of 105 pieces of sushi in 7 days, this is really just a unit rate of 15 pieces of sushi per 1 day. That's what we call the unit rate. Let's try another one. Suppose you buy 8 pencils for $2.24. Just keep in mind when we write rates, we're always going to put money on top since it makes more sense to find the price of one pencil. So for a rate, we'll put money on top, and that's $2.24, and we'll put the number of pencils on bottom, which is going to be 8. To find our unit rate, we're going to have to get a denominator of 1 or per 1 pencil, and we're going to have to divide both top and bottom by 8 to do so. When we divide $2.24 by 8, we find out that that's equal to 28 cents. Our unit rate here is 28 cents per 1 pencil. More commonly, we would just say that this is 28 cents per pencil. Suppose we have half a gallon of, maybe ice cream for $2.47. Remember that the money is going to go on top. The two quantities we have are money and the gallons of ice cream. To write our rate, we're going to put money on top and put $2.47 up there, and for the gallons of ice cream, we'll put half a gallon in the denominator. And to find the unit rate, we're going to have to go ahead and find the price of 1 gallon, so we're going to put a 1 in the denominator. And that being said, we'll put a 1 on the denominator, and to get there, one way to do this is to divide top and bottom by 1/2, since 1/2 divided by 1/2 is equal to 1. So in the numerator, when we divide $2.47 by 1/2, we can really convert the 1/2 to a decimal by doing long division, and we see that 1/2 is equal to 0.5. Remember, when we're dividing decimals, the number on the outside, or the divisor, has to be a whole number, so we can multiply both values by 10, so we have 24.7 divided by 5. Dividing these, we find out we get 4.94. This means that $2.47 divided by 1/2 is equal to 4.94. That's the price of 1 gallon. Now, if you found that method a little bit time-consuming, here's another way to think about, or a more big-brain way to solve this problem. Now, if you remember that $2.47 divided by 1/2, you can rewrite using keep, change, flip into a multiplication problem, we can really say that this is $2.47 times the reciprocal of 1/2, which is really just 2. When multiplying 2.47 by 2, we actually just get 4.94. So big picture, while you sometimes divide to find out what the unit price is per 1 of something, you don't always have to. Sometimes you can multiply and also get the 1 on the denominator. If half a gallon of ice cream costs $2.47, then the full gallon will cost $4.94. Now let's apply our understanding of finding the unit price to determine which is the better value between two different options. Let's talk about some chicken nuggies, or chicken nuggets if you say them weird. Imagine there are two different bags at the grocery store. Option 1, we have 1 pound of chicken nuggies for $2.15, and we have another option, option 2, which is 3 pounds of chicken nuggies for $5.76. Writing option 1 as a rate, we can say that's $2.15 per 1 pound. And because that's the price per 1 pound of chicken nuggies, that means that we already have the unit price for this option number 1. However, for option number 2, we can write the rate as $5.76 for 3 pounds of chicken nuggies, and we need to find the unit price for 1 pound. If we know the price for 3 pounds, we can just divide the price by 3 to find the price of 1 pound. dividing 5.76 by 3, we find out that that is actually going to equal 1.92. While for option 2 it costs $5.76 for 3 pounds, it costs $1.92 for 1 pound. This is our unit price. Now that both rates are per 1 pound of chicken nuggies, we can make a fair comparison, and we now know that option 2 is cheaper than option 1. For every 1 pound of chicken nuggies that you buy, if you choose option 2 over option 1, you're going to save 22 cents for each pound. While it doesn't seem like much, if you eat a lot of chicken nuggets throughout your life, you're going to save a lot of money going with option 2. Moving on from our chicken nuggies, let's talk about some mac and cheese. Again, let's say we have 2 options at the grocery store or the supermarket, and for option 1, you can buy a 12-ounce box of the mac and cheese for $2.15. For option 2, you can buy a 16-ounce package for $2.88. So while you have to pay a little more for option 2, you also get a little more. For option 1, we can write our rate of $2.15 per 12 ounces, and we need to find the cost of 1 ounce. To do that, we're going to have to divide top and bottom by 12. Dividing 2.15 by 12, we get 0.179. And we can stop there since we only need to round to the nearest penny when we're talking about money. And when you're completing long division, make sure you go to the thousands place because that'll help you decide how many pennies we have. Because the thousands place is a 9, that's going to bump the 7 or the pennies up to 8. This is about 18 cents. So for option 1, we had slightly under 18 cents per 1 ounce, or rounded, it is about 18 cents per 1 ounce. This is a unit price for option 1. For option 2, our rate is going to be $2.88 per 16 ounces, so to find the price per 1 ounce, we're going to have to divide top and bottom by 16. And dividing 2.88 by 16, we get exactly 0.18, or 18 cents per 1 ounce. So the unit rate for option 2, or the price per 1 ounce, is 18 cents per ounce. So while both options look like they're 18 cents per ounce, you still want to make sure you understand the difference between the 2 different options. For option 1, remember that we didn't technically have 18 cents per 1 ounce. It was actually slightly under, we just rounded it up. And for option 2, the 18 cents that we got was exactly 18 cents. While technically these are less than 1/10 of a penny of a difference, technically option 1 is still the better value here. Objectively, option 1 is a better value than option 2. Now, while comparisons of prices aren't always this close, it is important to make informed decisions when you're out shopping so you get the best deal for your dollar. And just keep in mind that when you're dealing with money, we always have decimals and we have to round to the hundredths place or to the nearest penny. If you found this video helpful, you can help out the channel by giving it a thumbs up. As always, keep up the great work, and I'll see you in the next one.